Just a little intro before we jump into this short that I'm putting out at the back of this. Earlier this morning, on the 15th of July, I was walking in Danes Dyke in the very early hours. Going to talk about the big cat that's been seen. And you can see that I do that for a few minutes. However, during that journey into Danes Dyke, I bumped into somebody in the early hours of the morning on the beach. And by a chance conversation, he told me that he'd heard something strange. So I will leave it to you guys to listen to the rest of the short. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Good morning. It's the 15th of July. It's around 4 a.m. We'll just pause for a moment and I'll just tell you why I'm here. Obviously, anybody who watches the Truth Proof channel will know that I come to this location in Danes Dyke fairly often. And there's been a report for years, as you will already know, of a big cat frequenting the dyke. There are also reports of strange, what we would call cryptid type creatures. Now, whether you want to believe that or not, the reports keep coming. And that's what fascinates me. In recent months, we've been finding animals, deer, badger, even marine mammals dead along the shoreline. But I've also had another report of an animal seen, and it seems like the witnesses can't really distinguish what it is they're looking at. As in, it's bigger than a large dog, but moves like a cat. So I suppose if it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. If it moves like a cat, it's going to be a cat. But we don't know for sure. So I'm coming here in these very early hours, hoping to catch a little bit of evidence, because I'm still getting the snigger factor. I mean, I can understand it for the reports of cryptid type creatures, because I've said many times, if people would care to listen, I don't think these things exist. Do I think that they're real? Yes. So have I just contradicted myself? No, I don't think they exist in the physical sense that we would consider some kind of strange mammal, strange creature to be here. Although I do stand to be corrected. So I'm going to head down towards the sea. And there's a deer there, just crossing the path in front of me. Obviously this camera's not great, but he's watching me and he's on the path. I'm going to walk very slowly. Look at that, there he is. Just gone over the path in front. I'm going to put the thermal camera on now. It's absolutely brilliant, whether we find anything unusual or not. After 4 a.m. in the morning, I'm being surrounded by this, and it's a lovely still morning. And we'll just survey the surrounding area. So I found myself on the beach after the big cat reports, hoping to find evidence of something. And incredibly, I was not the only person down on the beach that morning. I don't have rights to the beach and no one else, so of course people can be there, but I never expected it at 4 a.m. or just after 4 a.m. And there's a young guy down on the beach who'd been wild camping. I had a conversation with him, and it turns out that his night had been, let's just say, quite eventful. And he kindly agreed to share with me not what he'd seen, but what he'd experienced during the night in Danes Dyke. And he'd never been before. He knew nothing about the books that I write, nothing about what I talk about. So I found it interesting. The first time in this location, and this young fella, he has a quite a unnerving experience with, of all things, a strange sound. So just when you think this phenomena's going to hit you clean in the eyes with a cryptid report, a spirit of a white lady report, or light form phenomena, we get a report of an unusual sound emanating in the late hours in the Dyke. And I've worked my way down to the beach after these big cat reports up around golf course last few weeks, and that's why I'm here, because quite a few people have told me about it. And unusually, I'm not on my own this morning, apart from me and Bobster. I've met a young fella who's down on beach. He's done a little.
Washing my joggers in the fresh stream there. That's why I've got them on. I've been washing them in that fresh water there, nice and clean.
This is Josh. I've just met him. I'm totally surprised to see somebody down here on beach, but he's been doing a little bit of wild camping, and I can't fault him. What a place to be. It's absolutely brilliant this morning. But Josh has kindly agreed to let me record him stroke film him. Last night when he's setting up camp, he heard something strange. You mind telling us about it, Josh?
Yeah, it just sounded like metal cranking. It sounded like it was so strange, out of the norm.
Yeah.
Because you've got animals making sounds, like the birds now.
Yeah.
You can hear them.
Yeah.
It was just out of place.
Do you think
something though? There was a cold spot in there.
Let's just go out at the road of this
It's in the forest. It's real
stream.
Warm and moist, isn't it? There was a really big cold spot in there. I don't know where it was now.
So what time in the morning do you think that you went looking for a bit of firewood?
Well, I don't think it was in the morning. I think it was late at night, maybe.
What, like at 10, 11, 12?
Anywhere between there, yeah. There was no one in the car park, so it was quite empty. There was no one really around.
Okay.
I think there was one person around when I got here in a car. And then obviously, as I was walking through, because I'd got lost, as I said, didn't I?
Yeah.
I tried to set up a fire. It failed. I went to go get some more stuff to light it.
So you've gone looking for a few branches?
Yeah. And I'd got lost, yeah. And eventually, just walking around a long time, there was just a really strange cold spot. It was just so strange, like, I didn't expect it.
And did it unnerve you, or?
Yeah, it did a bit, but I just kept going on, because
I would imagine you've come here for nothing more than what, just to camp?
Yeah.
So, before I leave you to go and have a bite to eat and do what it is you're doing, just break down that sound you heard.
Well, it sounded like... That's exactly kind of how it sounded like.
But when we first spoke, you said it sounded a little bit like steel, rusting steel.
Yeah, like that's my impression of it. That's what it sounded like. Someone was cranking something.
Yeah. How long did that last?
Not long at all. It just sounded like one crank, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How close?
Really close, to be honest.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, but I've seen sometimes like things walking past, or you sense someone's behind you or something.
Well, did you get that feeling up here?
No, not today. No.
No. That's what we're all about. And it's Josh, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what we're all about, Josh. Honesty, and you've just laid it out as it is.
Well.
So,
yeah.
Thank you. And I'm going to leave you to your day. You're off to your camp.
I'm going to go get my bag. I'm going back up that way. You going that way?
I'm going up there, mate.
We're
I'll be coming back round, but that's where I'm going.
All right, good time to you then.
Yeah, you too, and I'm okay to film this, Josh, yeah?
Yeah, go for it.
Excellent. You take care, mate. Bye-bye. So leaving the beach now and heading up towards the golf course. But never expected to find anybody on the beach just after 4 a.m. But shouldn't surprise me really, should it? I'm here, so why shouldn't anybody else be? I'm keeping this dog on a lead because I absolutely believe that people have been seeing some strange animal up here. And it doesn't have to be paranormal or anything like that, but it's definitely been seen. So between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m, the young man I've just met, who's been camping in the dyke, tells me that he heard a kind of winding, a strange noise whilst camping in the dyke. A metallic grinding type of sound. Highly unusual when you consider that there was no cars in the car park, so only him there, and it's very close to him. It's come out of the middle of nowhere, a strange, almost rusted metal grinding sound. It just shows nothing would surprise me. I didn't go into detail about some of the reports I've had in the dyke. It's pretty pointless, isn't it? Because he's already spent the night here, and fair crack to him. You know, brave to be here on your own. Look, nice fella, good to meet up. And I'm heading towards Edgett Golf Course now, hopefully, to catch some evidence of this cat. We can live in hope, can't we?